What's poppin', y'all? Welcome to Riders Live. Today I got two MCs from Chicago, Pape G and Sko the Hustler. Please tell the people a little bit about yourself. Pape G first, then Sko.
Well, from Chicago, South Side, inspired by the West Coast, 90s hip hop mainly, West Coast and East Coast. As I matured, I pretty much I learned something from each coast. That's what it was about, at that time. And, I continue, it's a never ending journey for knowledge, with this. And I just feel it's as long as your brain is active, you can make it happen. But it's a little bit about myself. Theater background.
That's what's up. What about you, Pape G? What about you, Sko?
Yeah, man. Sko the Hustler, Chicago, Harvey, Illinois. I'm inspired by, like Nas, Jay, you know what I'm saying? I it's more like an East Coast swag when I was growing up listening to them, life was good. Then, the streets come at the door. Then I started to understand like what my older people was listening to and how they was moving and stuff. I started to experience it. So then that like guided me. But it's a small part of the story that I got big more for you to understand.
Okay. Sko the Hustler. What's something that people don't know about you?
The Hustler, been through a lot, then graduated a lot to knowing myself. I'm really in the study of self-knowledge. A lot of people don't know like what like I tell the world like I got a message in my music, just spitting my process of life through it. So whatever you don't know through my mixtape, through my albums, you understand.
What's something that people don't know about you, Pape G, that they'd be surprised about?
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty much an open book. You know what I mean? Like, I'm an open book, bro. Like if you listen to my music, I pretty much let you know what it is, the good, bad, and ugly.
All right, speak up. Pape G, speak up. Yeah.
Hold on.
But I heard you.
Yeah.
So you're an open book.
Oh yeah. Okay. Could you hear me now? Could you hear me better?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
All right. So you're an open book.
Most definitely.
All right. Cool. All right, Pape G, we're gonna stay on you. Who is Pape G, the MC?
Pape G is a mixture of Chicago-based rap influenced by East Coast and West Coast. That's Pape G. Poetry, theater, and just life.
Okay.
All in one.
Okay. Sko the Hustler, if they broke down your DNA, who is Sko the Hustler?
Sko the Hustler, honestly, is the streets, the bloody truth.
Okay, that's cool. You can't argue with that. You can't get it confused. None of that. That's what's up. What's y'all favorite diss track of all time?
Woo! Oh man.
I'm gonna let you go, G.
It's on you, Sko.
It's on me.
Yeah.
My favorite diss track of all times, man, to me, it's Ether, because it's creative. I ain't into talking about what I'm supposed to talk to you under the rug.
Okay. That's what's up. I like Ether too.
Yeah, Ether is definitely my in my top. I gotta say Common and Cube too. Cube with no Vaseline and Common with that bitch in you. Like it's hit them up. It's a few of them, bro. It's a few.
I ain't say what's your favorite buffet diss tracks.
Man, bro, like Damn, it's hard. I gotta say Ether though, bro. Because the reason why I say Ether because I knew Nas was dope, but I didn't know he was I didn't see him as a battle rapper. And it was a shock to me that he came like that because I thought Jay had him.
Yeah,
And I'm
he
a Nas fan, but
definitely
I thought Jay had him.
he wasn't
He
never
brought it out of him.
he wasn't never tested on that level.
Yeah, and he rise to the occasion. So it, you know, when you put
And
under pressure like that,
a lot of that diss is facts.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
Right.
saying? That's what I like.
for real.
One thing that I'm gonna say about it is like, I think that coming at somebody baby mama is weak because, you know, first of all, sometimes it could be a child involved, and the child is innocent in the BS that parents have going on already, and
Right.
then you gon' you gonna bring some shit to the forefront talking about, you know, somebody that I got a child with and I got love for, but you know, it's like
And
old
he
news.
hit
But
the load of dirt with them.
how dare you come and my daughter's mom, because my daughter looking at me like, Dad, you gonna let him get away with that? No.
That's
And
probably
then
what motivated him to come so hard.
and then I gotta defend this heifer honor, even though she the foul one. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's
That's
just
not
how
that's
I look
justice.
at it. Nas
You know
was
what I'm
like,
saying?
damn, I gotta take up for this bitch.
Yeah, but that's
Oh, the
why it
real
came so
Johnny, I ain't
hard
gonna
though.
take up this
Dude
bitch.
took some nerves, but this a thing though. It's like you want to have honor in it, but like you know when it's war, lyrical war, especially at this level, bro, it ain't no. It's no
Right.
rules in it. They coming at everything. You got to be prepared. He was well prepared though.
Right.
See, can I enlighten you on that? What I look at like because I know this is entertainment. You get me? So
So
the type of stuff that Jay said in the type of stuff that Tupac said in that this, that's why I believe music has went from being creative to like we on a block corner just talking shit to each other.
You know what I think? I think since you know, social media is definitely a good tool, but these shorties and people they going on live thinking that they actually stars and shit like that. You know, I come from an
Yeah,
era where it ain't cool to be telling shit. It ain't
exactly.
cool to be seen on this block with these niggas and this block saying this and this block saying that.
hey,
That's
different,
what it
different. Levels.
that's what it seemed like to me, you know.
Yeah,
And
different,
I
different
understand what
times.
you saying, G. Like it ain't no, it's no holds bar with this when we, you know what I'm saying, when we doing this. But we also got to remember that I can use something better than that if I shake your hand when I see you, if I'm not
Most
looking
definitely.
for you. So,
And that's pretty much that's how I roll. You know, I
Yeah.
feel you, man.
Me too.
For
All right.
real. I feel you.
you know what I'm saying?
So
Because it's
so what's the thing that made you say, hey, I could do this? G, what made you say I could do this?
You know what, man? I've been doing this since fourth grade, man. Just like writing rap down, you know, emulating artists, looking at your MTV rap, like rapping they stuff in the mirror, you know, like once I start formulating my own thoughts and coming up with my own story, I was like, you know, this is it's poetry, you know. But I knew I could do this really young, bro. You know.
Right. What about you, Stoner Hustler?
basically with me, it came a point in my life that where in the midst of me healing myself from the streets, the stories that I write, the songs I write, I actually heal the music for myself. So it's like I didn't think I could rap, but I didn't know my stories of life was so interesting. Like
Right.
I'm walking down my block with it.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Who are some of your musical influences? Scope Nas, right?
He one of them. Tupac. He one of them, and DMX. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Pape G?
Of course, Nas and Common at the top of the chain with me. But I also like early on listened to America's Most Wanted, Cube. I used to get all of his music. I'm talking about Death Certificate, Lethal Injection, MCA. Later, of course, it's a lot of influences. KRS, Coogee, Big Daddy. It's just all of them. I took from a lot of the spitters, a lot of the spitters.
Okay. Pape G, who's your favorite MC? Who's your favorite duo? And who is your favorite group?
Favorite MC? My personal favorite MC who I listen to every day is Common. He's from here. I can relate to him. Favorite duo? I would say EPMD, Prime EPMD. Favorite group? That's I say NWA, Prime NWA.
Okay. What about you, Skull?
Favorite MC, just like favorite of all times, Tupac. My favorite group is Mobb Deep. And like when you say duo, you mean like against each other?
No, the duo is Mobb Deep, too. Like MJG and A-Bob be a duo.
Yeah.
UGK be a duo.
That's my one. For the duo, I got MJG and A-Bob.
Okay. And who your favorite group?
Now, my favorite rap group?
Right.
That's a hard one.
I know, right?
The Locks.
Yes, sir.
The Locks.
The Locks cold, shit.
It's so many, bro. It's so many, but like
that's my favorite. He got me in the zone right there. That's my favorite.
I don't even think it's fair, for somebody to ask you your top 5 rappers, cause shit, Jada, Styles, and Sheek, that's 3 right there. The Locks, that's 3 right there, right off the bat. Then you got MOP, that's another 2. Then you got Mobb Deep, that's another 2. Man. Then you got the Busters, the Rakims, the LLs, King Bonds,
You know what? Like, at this stage, it's like you have to, because it's rap been around for a minute. So many spitters. It's like you kind of almost got to do it by eras, like the best of the '90s, best of the 2000s, best of now. Like right now you got Kendrick. As far as spitters, you got Kendrick and J. Cole like neck to neck. And I can't. You got Drake. You got Drake as far as on the mainstream level. What I'm saying is like on the mainstream level and spitting. But I say Kendrick and J. Cole, and then you got the drillers, who the best drill rapper. You got Dirk killing the game right now, and I thought it was gonna be Chief or King Louis. You got Dirk past Chief Keef and King Louis.
Yeah. I think King Von was better than all of them.
He was cold. He was cold, bro. He was cold.
I was see the reason. I take heed to King Von because it's like it's not easy to rap when you're telling the truth, and it's not easy to sound good when it's really you talking your feelings.
No doubt. No doubt.
But one thing, people gravitate towards what they like. People gravitate towards real shit. And you cannot fake being real.
You can't.
Like when Tupac rap, you could feel it. When Von rap, I could feel it.
Yeah. See, that's why I told a person, I said, and they ain't understand why I said this. I said, you can't put Tupac no farther than Nas because them was our two journalists.
For real.
So
For real.
Because
my
Tupac,
thing is they both incredible. It's just that I hate that Tupac and Biggie body of work, Pac body of work being held hostage, but shit, I know he got some shit in the vault. Biggie shit got cut short, but you know, I think Nas is the best out of Pac, Biggie, and Jay. That's just my opinion.
like
He started earlier. He started earlier, and he been, you know, early 90s, right? All through the 90s, all through the 2000s, 2010, 2020. He still consistently put out music. You know, some people will say, oh, this was a dud, that was a dud, based on a single. But are you listening? You know?
I mean, I go out there with music, and I also go out vibrations and the energy the music gives you. So when you really talk about it, that's like when you try to compare a Usher to an R. Kelly. No disrespect to R. Kelly. You get me? R. Kelly is gonna touch a woman in every issue in life that any woman can never think about, as far as their emotional feelings. And it's gonna be authentic. You get me? So like with Tupac, it's not no album or no songs where he couldn't catch a feeling like how could you know I feel that way?
Yeah, but like strictly for my niggas, I wasn't feeling that shit.
No. That's like no, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, like talking about, you know what I'm saying, that album, because that was the
That was his growing period right there.
Right. So, but look, check this shit out. If you put this shit out, you still put it out.
Right.
But even on that one, it was like, see, that's the thing. It's like at that time, and not taking away from Nas, because I'm one of the biggest fans of his, but it's like, you know, like at the time, Pac came out before Nas, and it was like at the time he came out, if you notice, even the top MCs, they was coming out with whack albums, but they have like 2 or 3 singles, you know, like that they're just, you know, put out and flood. That's why, like back in the day, if you can reflect back, we used to buy the singles, you know, like whatever single, you know what I mean? Like they didn't really put too much energy into their whole album. They'll just like put a few singles out and they'll sell an album that way, get on your own TV rap and promote it that way. By the time Nas came out, you know, he this new hot spitter, the second coming of Big L to me. You know what I mean? Like you gotta, and two, you gotta know, like he had some of the top, he was anointed, bro. He had some of the top producers in the game on his freshman album. Pete Rock at the time was that deal. You had Premier, you had Q-Tip.
But he still had to write the rhymes and be him.
Back to you though, bro. How could you like KRS-One but don't like Strictly for My Niggas? It's conscious rap. It's hip hop. It's revolutionary.
I'm not saying that I don't like conscious
rap.
I'm saying like, it was some duds on that record. It was some duds on that motherfucker.
But like how people would say they like KRS-One, he never touched me with his conscious rap. He never touched me with his consciousness. Like I'm a rebel. Like Strictly for My Niggas, Cradle to the Grave, all the shit that Pac was bringing out to Apocalypse. I'm troublesome. Like I got a tattoo. A nigga asked me the other day. He said, "What do tattoo tears mean?" I said, "That's like one of Tupac first albums." I've been handling stress in this shit for years, blazed out, shedding tattoo tears. I said, "Oh, you get me?" But it's like what I'm saying is like Tupac came out before Nas, so of course Tupac gonna come out in a conscious rapping. Now when Nas came out,
Tupac came out after Nas.
No, he came out before. He came out.
Nas was on Breaking Atoms. Tupac didn't have no record out. Nas was on Large Professor shit. Tupac went out yet.
Juice around the reflect to the time of Juice when he came out with Brenda's Got a Baby.
Exactly.
Right. So Breaking Atoms was out before Brenda's Got a Baby.
No,
Man,
like that's
source.
the thing. Illmatic wasn't out. It's like he and you gotta look, Tupac was with Digital Underground too.
Exactly.
You know, so it's like they was both like coming up at the same time, but like I just look at that era, it's like I say, like if you even listen to a big, like some of Big Daddy Kane, like, you know, album, it's like they wasn't like they whole albums wasn't like dope like that. It was like
You know why? The labels had to get their money back. So they put out the singles to get their money back.
That's what I think Tupac went through with that. It was like, you know, like, but he, like the bangers that he put out was official,
So
you know,
look,
but
I ain't trying to shit on Pac at all. I'm just saying that the label made him put out them songs. You see, when he got out with Suge, he ain't had no duds. Even with Me Against the World, no duds on that motherfucker.
that's what I'm saying. It was like, it was just the time. It was just the time and the pressure, you know, like that's what he was forced to do. Nas came out at a perfect time.
Exactly.
All the stars, moon, everything aligned, planets, everything aligned from him. And it's
But
like he had
this,
the lyrics.
Not to cut you off, imagine this. Go back and watch the movie. The first song he tried to put out and argue with his label to the point he didn't even want to sign with him was Brenda's Got a Baby.
Yo, these labels, they don't know what the fuck they doing.
But I think that was his biggest, that was Brenda's Got a Baby. Brenda's Got a Baby took off.
These labels don't know what the fuck they doing. They don't.
But you want to know what's wild though? It's like, it's funny that you say that. What's wild though is Nas and Pac were really influenced by each other though. You know,
that's
when
what I'm
like,
saying.
Yeah, even with the gun, with the, like, you know, like with the gun, Nas came out with the gun, Pac flipped it. You know what I mean? And it was certain elements that Pac did, like they got me trapped. Those Nas was basically, you know what I mean, like pretty much like influenced by that, like that, you know, like that they got me trapped. Nas was talking that Black Power, you know, they got me trapped type thing, you know what I mean? So it's like they interact. I honestly think like Nas, like his wordplay, I can't, you listen, he's a dope lyricist, he's one of my favorite, but I think he was, what helped him develop, besides Kool G Rap, Pac helped him develop, bro. I honestly believe that, you know, I think it was between Kool G Rap, of course, you know, like the MCs and, you know, from his city, but I think Pac definitely had that, you know, helped him develop, him and Biggie.
Yeah, shit.
Like, see the difference.
You can tell.
Like the difference is so crazy to me. Like, honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, Tupac used to dance. Tupac went to Shakespeare school. So we're gonna take the streets out of him.
He's still a spitter.
Hold on, we're gonna put the journalists in. We're gonna put the little boy that was sitting on the porch watching the drug dealers, watching the killers, watching the woo-woos. And now these stories that I'm giving to you is from sitting talking to and seeing all the pain of these dudes. Okay, we're gonna take Nas, for instance. I gotta walk past these dudes every day in the project windows. I'm staring out my window, seeing these dudes, and I'm not doing it. I'm not that type of dude, but this is the life I'm living. So I'm an actual journalist. That's where we gotta start. Like Jeezy was like one of the only rappers that spit street rap that really related to my window. That really related to me waking up, tying my shoes, and going out. I really bought a pair of Sean John jeans. I really had an 8-ball out there. I'm not saying like that. I really know people who did like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, when you hear something that's so pure to it, you get me? Like, I've been to jail before. So when I heard Vaughn say, boy, it's kind of cold in here, you better have that pole in here. You ain't got nobody making stove in here. That's so genuinely to the real. You can't make that up unless you're there to see it.
No doubt.
Right.
And that's where rap is taking the twist at. You're turning the streets to entertainment on the streets.
So here's the thing.
And that's not cool at all.
hip hop, music is entertainment, period. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. It's entertainment, period. It ain't okay to be a rapper. How many times you get shot at? Do you know how to take a gun apart? You know, it's art. Just like it's no age on music. No age on music. I love motherfucking Marvin Gaye album. I play that motherfucker at least fucking twice a week, goddamn it. You know, I listen
That's
to
why
light
Marvin
rock.
Gaye is what Marvin Gaye is, because no matter what, like I told a person about my album I look at, I say my music is timeless for the future, because you might not be seeing it now, but you're gonna go through something in life that on Sunday, like your mama was cleaning up with her broom, listening to the Dusties. When she didn't listen to it, when her mama was listening to it, she understand it now.
Right.
Yep.
And going to what you referencing right now. When you grab that pen, the ability to tap into all of those moments and times, that's what make you a good artist, you know?
Most
You
definitely.
could touch the people in some capacity. That's just my opinion.
And it's from your experience, you know, it's from your
Exactly.
personal experience,
Yes.
what you saw, things you went through, you know.
It's from your lens. It's from your lens.
Speaking it from your perspective, and your fan base is gonna be people who went through the same thing that you went through, or perhaps inspired by what you're doing. You know, even if they didn't go through what you went through, they inspired by you, like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, you might save them from going, like, you know, you might save them from going that direction.
You was able to put them in that fucked up situation or that happy place or something like that, you know.
Yes.
Like LL Cool J. I wasn't getting no pussy, but I needed love, God damn it.
See, like I said, like I'm gonna get back to what I'm saying. Music is like different genres of movies. Horror stories, sci-fi, dramas. You get what I'm saying?
That's what makes it so unique.
It's something for everybody. You just gotta find what you like and
if you could touch a person, and if you could touch a person on every views of that, you get what I'm saying? Then you making music. You get what I'm saying? That's like when I say the way I think of doing music like is so much crazy, because I think of music like if I was to talk to a person that survived the Michael Myers movie, I'd talk to that person. You get me? Mm-hmm. I wouldn't believe him because the horror story is so hard. My life ain't a horror story like that. So I'm not relating to him. Right now, I'm getting money. Everything is going good. But one thing is that I heard him talk. So when it don't go good, I heard that in my brain before that this can happen. So like Pac was that for me. Like before I was on Pac, I was Nas them, the firm them. I was going to parties. I was trying to worry about my dressing. Fly nigga, the streets were at the door. You get what I'm saying? We was cool.
Right. That's what's up.
Good, bad, ugly, man.
We ain't gonna be no motherfucking misogynist on my show, goddamn it. We finna talk about the queens, the females. Who y'all top 5 female MCs?
Man, Rhapsody is #1 right now. MC Light in the picture, a queen. You got the queen, Nicki Minaj. My 5th one is up for grabs. I want to say Kim or Foxy.
Oh, okay. What about you, Skull?
That's kind of a hard one because I never sat down long enough to give him a chance.
So no comment.
Not in a bad way. Like I'm like a comment.
It ain't no good or bad. If you don't listen to females, you just don't listen. Shit.
I like Remy Ma.
Remy Marco. She cold. I forgot about her. She cold. She definitely cold.
I don't usually answer no questions on my show. I say Roxanne Shante, MC Light, Missy, Lauryn Hill, and Jean Grey.
Queen. Man.
I think Jean Grey cold than a motherfucker.
Hey, you heard Rhapsody?
Yeah, I
I
heard
heard her
Rhapsody. I
before.
like
She
Rhapsody.
lyrically, yeah, she hard. Lyrically, she hard.
She can make songs too. She had Jay-Z ass, goddamn it, singing her lines.
On the real, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's difficult right there.
Man, I forgot about Lauryn Hill. You know, she's one of the coolest too. You know, she can flip it with the vocals, lyrically, she however you want it. You know, she was cold. I think
Yeah.
Heartbreak kind of messed her up though.
Yeah.
I compare her. She give me a Tupac feeling when she do music. It touches the soul.
She
You get what I'm saying?
definitely.
She give me that type of music.
Yeah,
When
her
you can go on
diversity.
MTV Unplugged and you just have like a guitar and you just flowing like that. You don't have no band, no nothing, just lyrics and a guitar and entertaining and keep my attention. You cold.
Yeah,
That was Lauryn Hill.
that's just like doing shows. A lot of times when I do shows, it'll be people that deep with their crews and shit, like out of state, 10 niggas, 15 niggas, and I just be by myself, like, better tear this motherfucker down. Better tear this bitch down.
See, I'm an old head. So all 10, 15 of them niggas, they dead in jail. So I'm the survivor.
No
So
doubt.
I don't have nobody to even really be that trustworthy to other than some real security because the streets done taught me different. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just like people there for the presence, but that's not me.
Right.
No doubt.
So
I'm
like,
alone with myself, bro. I'm a lone wolf. You already know.
yeah.
But I'm only lonely because my people are gone. Like the story of the streets is for real. Like, I'm only lonely because they was the streets. So they said you either die or go to jail or some make it. You get me? So
Most definitely.
my people that made it, they made it with a scar on them. Whether it's depression, you get me? Whether it's fear, PTSD, you get what I'm saying?
doubt.
Or just, imprisoning life.
That's the curse of the game, bro. Like it's
No one
you're
to
not
tell
gonna
you
come
that.
out of it.
No one to tell you that. Everybody's gonna
that's the
act
curse
like
of it.
it's, you know what I mean?
You gotta
Everybody
come
acts
out
like
with
it's fun.
something. Yeah. You're gonna come out, you're not gonna come out the game, with nothing, without a scar, whether it's mentally, physically, something. You're not coming out unscathed. That's
See,
just what it is.
like me, I look at the game, the streets like this in the game. I'm like A Boogie looking at dude and them at the end of the movie, pop bottles and pop champagne. I'm looking at them like that. Because I know, you know what I'm saying, what I'm seeing ain't real. It's not possible.
So the biggest misconception about the streets is, we don't own the motherfuckers. You feel me? So just look at all the things that we put in place that the system that took advantage of. Some of us lived in projects. Condominiums is nothing but projects that you own. We taught them how to live in there together, people, the system. The drug trade, just because some of us are envious of what the next man got, or he hustle a little harder or a little better, you kidnapping somebody mama, you kicking in somebody dough, you shooting at somebody on a block that don't nobody own, and these dudes, well, the system, even if you got a gang of brothers, y'all get an LLC and y'all got the money to get a dispensary, the system, they're not gonna let you get that dispensary. You understand what I'm saying? There's always a way to try to blackball us out. So what I'm trying to say is, now they didn't legalize drugs, they promoting the drugs, and they making money hand over fist, and nobody had to go to jail. Nobody, mama dough got kicked in. Nobody killed their best friend. Nobody didn't tie nobody up and hold them down on the couch or none of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? And all the time that they taken away from street people, black, white, brown, whatever. It ain't got no color. It's just that, why was these people criminals, right? Because they was victims of their circumstance. And now they don't want nobody to get a dispensary. And if you try to buy the weed stock, why is it low and the prophets say otherwise? I don't understand.
To me, like, remember what happened to Black Wall Street?
Hey, Black Wall Street, Georgia, Central
But
Park,
like
Tulsa,
as you
we
see,
could go on and on.
Black Wall Street has some shit going on where they had a little bit of control in it. You get me? So as you look at the streets, just imagine it's project buildings that was making millions of dollars. It's people that had whole neighborhoods that's to themselves, whole peoples of tribes. You get me? So when they get infiltrated, like we say, they only get infiltrated by the people who want what they learned how to do. So everything
that's
that
my
we
whole
do,
point.
yeah. That's why you gotta love us. That's why you gotta love us. We so brilliant. You get what I'm saying? But the whole thing is that when you throw Uncle Tom in the streets, it's like the person.
Whoa. Uncle Tom was cool. Sambo was the snitch. Uncle Tom was cool. Yeah. Sambo was the snitch.
But really, to me, Uncle Tom was the dude who watched everybody.
That's Sambo.
Was never really a figure. So now Sambo. as the shorties growing up, they are being taught by a person that doesn't even know the feeling, that doesn't even know what they're really teaching. You get me? So it's like we running blind by a blind nigga leading.
So here's the thing. At the end of the day, nobody owned nothing.
No, I ain't saying we own nothing. I'm not saying we own nothing. That's not what I'm saying. Just like hip hop, we always talk about the culture, but we don't own the culture. You get me? See, like I said, like you take, for instance, a Bad Boy. You take, for instance, a Rockefeller. You take, for instance, a No Limit. And you put that type of money together and you create Interscopes. You create Columbias. So you create the type of music, the type of...
Let me tell you, LaFace was one of the biggest labels in the 90s. They had all the dope singers, all the dope male artists. They had all the hip hop artists kicking knowledge and all of that. They sold out for $145 million to get away with all of the
problems. Why do you think they sold?
Because
see, this is the black man's curse. We suck you dry and then we give it to them. We never want to own nothing. We never believe we can own nothing. We believe we can make a couple of dollars off of it, sell it, and then we good. It's never about wealth. It's never about giving No Limit to my son, him building it up to his son. Just like the dude at Interscope. He teach them the dudes and they keep rising. Look how long Interscope been around. You get me?
Right. But don't nobody got to sign if they don't want to. I've been independent forever and I love it.
See, like you know yourself. You know what you came in this for, you know what you want to do, and you know what you was gonna deal with. Now to little shorty who in this world don't know self-knowledge and want to be accepted, and he ain't got a mind because he ain't got no identity, they're gonna kick him out identity. And he's gonna take that. He has no other choice. He doing something that he loved to do. Is at first, everyone when we do this, we do it because we love it. You get what I'm saying? Then after we fuck up and then we fall down, it's just like the drug game. You start selling the drugs because you want to look like the dude you seen on the corner. Then after a while, you start wondering, man, I really got to make money off this. This bill's got to be paid.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's no longer now for the
my thing was always, is this shit worth the risk? Is this shit worth the stretch? No.
But that's only to you to answer.
Right. I'm just saying. I'm speaking from my lens. You know.
Yeah. Like if I was to talk to a shorty, how can I tell him what he's doing ain't worth the risk? Because I survived to tell him what happened when he don't make it off the risk. But
That's his
remember, I
choice.
took the risk.
Right.
Then I took the risk. Now, whatever I'm looking like from the risk, or whatever stories I got from the risk, I'm really actually telling you that's what the road you're walking down. So that's you if you want to take the chance. I'm
Just
not gonna
understand
badge you.
what comes with it. That's what I would tell. I tell any youngin who out here bad. Understand what comes with this.
Consequences and repercussions.
And it's some hard ones. Just if that's what you choose, stand on it. But just be aware, it's some things that come along with that. If a person, can deal with that, okay, do your thing. You know what I mean? But stand, if that's what you're gonna do, you better stand on it. Because it's gonna be some ugly things that come.
It's a dirty game.
Yeah, if you ain't built for it, stay the fuck out of it.
And sometimes you don't know you ain't built for it until you bump your head.
You know what? Tell them about that story you told me, like with the with Shorty, right? He was going.
Oh, with the good dude, yeah. Like, say, for instance, like in these streets, we got stuff that happens like this. It could be a dude.
Chicago streets.
Yeah. Like, it could be a dude who grew up, nice neighborhood, good parents, but he liked drill music. You get me? Then it's another nigga that's in the streets doing drill music. And by social media being together, you get what I'm saying? Now, both of them boys is headed to a journey. Now, what we don't know is which journey they is, but check how the scenario is. The one boy that's the good family, he likes watching the gangster music. He go to the school where he at, acting like a gangster, acting like that. Then you got this one dude who really is the streets and who do all of that. So they actually bump heads over social media. So now they get to live in that life. He get to go into where Shorty at, but he got the gangster material. He like, man, Joe, I could take something over here, Shorty. We could do this. So he driving this in the Shorty, but Shorty is really not like this. You get me? But this dude, he like this, but he really don't want to be like this. Shorty want to be like this, but he don't have to be like this. So basically what I'm saying is that when he get involved with him, you get what I'm saying? That dude mess around and get in trouble with him, then that dude put the street nigga in a position now where he doing life. He get popped off for the case. The other dude told on him, but the other dude from that experience, he going down the wrong road now. He hanging with the nigga that he put in jail friends because they accepted him. You get what I'm saying? So he get in trouble. He killed one of the friends, go to jail. You get me? The other one sitting in jail already all that time. You get me? But he had a good conscience in the door. He just wanted to get out his environment, doing whatever the streets was. So for some reason, this little nigga started thinking different doing this bit. Probably like after 7, 8 years in the bit, he started reading the Bible and shit. His big homie started putting him on some game. While the other shorty, he out there robbing niggas, still doing what he doing and everything. Now in this 10-year bit, he hear about Shorty killing one of his homies, he go to jail. Now Shorty got them to get a visit from his mama telling him like, man, Joe, you got to change your life and all that woo-woo. Now he ain't really hearing his mama, but he get back. For some reason, he changed his life. He get to reading the Bible, get to going to youth studies and all that shit. You get what I'm saying? Mama come out of nowhere. His appeal come through. He go back home. But when he go back home, he ain't nothing like the nigga either. You don't even recognize him in the streets because he ain't nothing like that. But this dude, he get motherfucker popped off. He go to jail. In his 3rd year bit, he commits suicide. You see that? You see what I'm saying? Like it's so crazy that nowadays we got people rather think they should take the streets than think a football scholarship. They rather be old dog than to be Ricky.
Because we got all these outside entities that bring people closer together, like the internet, and all this shit should be checked at home. Look at how early people giving their babies and shit phones, shit like that. They not thinking about, okay, when these kids come home and they get out of school, I'm gonna take the power cord to their shit and cut it off. All week, like when we was younger and got on punishment, we had to deal with it and take it. These shorties, you get them a phone, they could be anywhere in the fucking world. I'm in my room, but I could go anywhere.
Yeah, you got to play right there.
That is the window to the world. That's why they shorty so advanced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is the window to the world.
But see, nobody not looking at the problem right in front of us. Just like I posted up a math problem the other day, and everybody picked the wrong answer to that motherfucker because they Googled the answer.
Exactly.
4 quarters is 4 quarters. 100 pennies is 100 pennies.
It is, exactly.
10 dimes is 10 dimes. 20 nickels is 20 nickels. Period.
That's
It's
crazy.
all a dollar.
I hear you. I hear you.
Hey, but see, the war we losing is called acceptance. When I say that, I can train my shorty to be any way he want to be. I can read, tuck him in the crib, take his phone off the charger, don't let him listen to it. But mathematics has shown that when he go to school, is he really strong enough to not be accepted by 50 people when he's walking down? These been all the motherfucking movies before, the popular and the unpopular. You get me?
So look, here's the thing. We gotta, as parents, I don't know if y'all got kids, but as parents, we gotta instill those values in our children. Like me, my mom and my dad, they separated when I was like 13, but shit, I had everything that I needed before they broke up. And, no disrespect to my mom, I love my mom, but God damn it, we living in Inglewood, we living in Terratown, we living in Mayberry, fucking, I'm like, what are you doing? What
He did
are
the best
you
he
doing?
could. There was a lot of people's circumstances at that time.
So I'm saying, I'm not gonna be no false flagger. You don't want me in a gang, but I have to choose a side. I have to choose a side. And I have to carry this thing on my side. You ain't gonna know about it. I ain't bringing it in the house, but you are forcing me to make decisions where my self-preservation is more important than you looking out for me because you are not a man. You don't understand what I have to go through every day.
We from Chicago. You know Dwayne Wade, right?
Yeah, I do.
All the street niggas from Robbins, his cousins is akin to. So he never had to go to the streets to see the street niggas. You get me? Okay. And I did this research. Now, by you not having to go to the streets to see these street niggas, you're not in search of a big home. You're not in search of looking for what you seeing on TV and shit. You get me? Now, you might can hoop. You might can motherfucker play football. Anything that you do. It's so real that by being in the crib, you ain't really curious of it because it's in the crib like normal. So whatever sport you're doing, whatever's normal to you to do, you continue to do it. But my other research shows that the kid that come from a crib that mama good, dad working, when he go to school and when he be around the people, he's the one that kind of surfaces to trying to look for a big homie to trying to, it's like a mannequin. When you go in the store, some people with no identity, they go in the store and they buy what's on the mannequin, trying to look like everybody else. You get me? But what's crazy, like I said, and this is a proven fact, like you grew up, look the type of person you is, bro, and you came from Inglewood.
I'm from the hundreds, but like, I had to live.
I'm saying you from the 100, but what I'm saying is, look how many real niggas you know,
right?
Without searching,
right?
Compared to niggas you know that ain't nothing like what they portraying to be. But damn, bro, why you trying to be that?
So look, just to address your point, like a lot of people don't understand when you go to these other states to do shows and shit. It's street niggas in fucking OKC. It's street niggas in Iowa. It's street niggas in South Carolina. It's street niggas everywhere. So whatever you rapping about in your music, that's what's gonna be in the motherfucking lobby waiting on your ass.
Okay, I'm in Texas. You hear me? Every time I walk in the store, somebody speaks to me that's black and got his gun on. Every time I go to a show out here, it's all family orientated and it's cool. You get what I'm saying? Like, but it's like it went from Blackstones and GDs to John and Sam. That's what I'm saying. It went from
what part of
Texas
Texas you in?
gangs. This is what we living in, bro. And I wish people understand this, bro. The people who are raising our children, there's two people raising our children right now, bro. Bishop and O-Dog. Those are the two big homies in the streets raising your children who hit the street. It's gonna be a streets no matter what. You get me? So by me saying that I'm from the streets, I understand that somehow, bro, we have to clean them back up because it's innocent kids.
They don't want them clean.
What I'm saying is, when I say clean them back up, we gotta reconnect somehow, bro.
Right. So look,
each one teach one. You know,
right.
Just tell the truth. That's all.
That's it. And whatever you could do when somebody in your chair, whenever you make a song, you gotta try to convey the message to them because some people they gonna get it, other people they not. All you can do is do your best. Huh?
That's it. If you reach one, you won, bro. If you reach one, you're not gonna reach everybody, but if you reach one, and then that one gonna influence somebody else. Well,
I make excuses. Then I said this when they said, "Man, Joe, my mom pop pills, she be partying and shit and woo woo." When I was growing up, I said, "Man, my man was serving my auntie and she was renting this car out to him. I had to deal with that. I was serving my man daddy. He had to deal with that. I was serving my, you get what I'm saying? What all this sugarcoating we doing for people, PTSD, what happened to the ones that grew up like J-Rock? Shorties ain't growing up like that. We are in a time right now where girls is partying. Mamas got money. They buying Jordans. They buying that thing.
All this shit is an illusion. I wish I could fucking go to some when I was in grammar school and see naked bitches all day. All I do is be on Instagram looking at naked bitches. That's it. Every girl in my fucking class, I'll be in their fucking DM. They'll be walking me up out of the fucking school or some shit.
Remember when we used to say, remember when we used to have a principal? Remember when we used to have a principal? Remember when you was the one that was funny, that was paying for girls?
I never paid for girls.
Exactly. You come from my era. You come from my era. I just said it. What you saying now, the mathematics of it is you a lame.
Shit.
But you see the flip, you get what I'm saying, G? That's why I say, G, we lost connection because the truth ain't exposed. See, when you understand, bro, that principals are not in the game no more with a kid, it's so fucked up that it don't take the white people. We doing it to ourselves.
It all start at home. It don't got nothing to do with color because every ethnicity got their fuck ups. Every ethnicity. So I ain't gonna make it a race thing.
I ain't trying to go hard on you like this, but this is the last thing I'm gonna say. And I hear you say it ain't about color, right?
It's not.
You ever seen Higher Learning, right?
Yeah, I've seen Higher Learning.
I watched the two white dudes arguing with each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one white dude tried to say something slick, and the leader said, "Man, how you gonna talk? You don't even have a high school diploma." Did you hear that? Now in the black conversation, this is what you gonna hear. Man, you ain't even got no Benz, nigga. Them ain't Gucci's. Them ain't nothing. Do you need the leadership of control? You get me? Man, bro, get your high school diploma. Get your degree.
Right, I understand that, but you can't measure wealth by material things at all.
Not material, bro. The black people do that. This is what you're not hearing in my message.
Okay, this is why I'm trying to say that it's not a race thing. I have lived with like maybe 15 white dudes, 7 Mexicans, and three blacks out of 2,500 people. Everybody else white. And it don't have nothing to do with color. Was it racism? Yes. But at the end of the day, when it all boiled down, it's about being a man. It's about whatever you grew up knowing, your lessons, all that shit. That's when it separate the men and the boys. Like, shout out to my homie Uncle Dolomite. When I was in the Marines, I was in San Diego. I got on the Bulls jersey, the Bulls shorts. They just won. Red like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Crips roll up on my ass like, woo! Man, you wet than a motherfucker with that shit on, homie. I said, look, hey, I understand the rules of the street. I'm from Chicago. I'm a traveling vice lord. I don't know nothing about this shit. I understand, you know, the rules and everything. I'm finna get on this bus. So you finna get on the bus? I'm like, yeah, I'm finna get on the bus. He was like, all right, hey, that's cool. That's what's up. But next time, just wear the black. All black. You could wear black, motherfucker, and you could wear white. That's
Hey,
it.
where you from? It's where you at, broski. Where you from? Where you at, man?
Hey.
That's it.
Who the KKK ops?
Kings killing kings. We our own ops.
Now I'm asking you a question. You just said
It's
something
us.
about how the,
It's
you just
us.
said something about how
It's
red.
us. Kings killing kings. It's
Man,
us.
do you know how powerful it is for a man to accept you just because of your skin color? Not because of that flag, nigga. Not because of that. Do you know how powerful that is when you say black power, bro? When you can actually look at a nigga and wrath, hey, look, bro.
It's still
Oh,
division.
man, bro, y'all
It's
don't
still
understand.
division. It's still division.
Now
You gotta live in a world with everybody else. We only make up 13% of the population.
I want my people to know, until when ain't no division in our shit, then we cannot win.
The thing is not winning. The thing is coexisting with respect and dignity. You understand what I'm saying? We the #1 consumers of everything. We don't own nothing.
You saying what I'm saying?
Right. I'm not arguing with you. I just want to make sure that the listeners know. That's all. We're having a discussion like men amongst men.
Yes, I understand.
Good.
I just get so frustrated, bro, because of the simple fact that when you mad at another man because he got a flag on that's a different color, you get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He walk like you, he talk like you, he act like you. But the crazy thing is that I keep seeing this other race that no matter what, they know in order to do what they do, one of their sons have to be a judge. One of their sons have to be a governor. One of these positions of power. When I say power, which is controlling. You get me? I wish we would teach our kids that it's more about you getting the tools you need to control something than more renting it.
So the thing is, we got to stop kicking our kids out of the crib when they get 18. Look, you go to your trade school, you go to college. After you get out of college, I'm gonna let you stay at the crib so you can stack your bread and get on your feet. And then when you like 26, you can go ahead and get out in the world.
I teach them financial literacy. So when they do get the bread, they know what to do with it. Get an LLC, you know, get it when you get that trade, stack it, you know, treat yourself, be realistic with them. But you gotta, you know, educate them so they know what to do with the bread. And you know.
Facts. Like one Friday, all day, I was just running spade games in my fucking class. We was playing spades for 7 periods. So they asked me like, were you playing spades in the class for 7 periods? Hell yeah. I'm teaching these kids that you can't count cuts. That's money that you don't fucking have. You can only spend what you have. You know? So that's the lesson of the class.
That's a lesson. That's a lesson in itself. That's a lesson in itself.
Hey, Kings, I'm gonna have to cut it short though, bro.
So we're about to wrap it up anyway. So if you could do one thing to make the world better, what would it be? Pape G.
If I can do one thing to make the world better.
Add, take away, anything that you could do to make the world a better place, one thing that you could do. If you could get rid of something, you could add something, take away.
I
One
would
thing.
personally, man, I would say, you know, as a whole, you know, when I see, no matter where you're from, you know, Hunnits, West Side, Harvey, you know, whatever you represent, see your brother as your brother. Put more love, you know, like see, you know, bring more love amongst each other, you know, and less division. And I think, you know, if I was able to do that, the world would be a better place.
What about you, Skull?
I would like an extra period in the class to teach self.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
I believe I can't help nobody if he don't know himself.
right. If I could do one thing to make the world a better place, I'll make the Lloyds of London pay us that 1% that they owe us, and every Black person or anybody of African American descent will get that $1 million. We wouldn't have to pay no taxes, no more, and we wouldn't have to pay for anything that involved cotton.
Ooh, that's a nice one right there.
I hear you, right?
That's
So,
a nice one right there.
Riders for president. So plug your social media and where people could reach you.
I'm at Skoda Hustler, SCODAHUSTLA, Skoda Hustler.
What
Yes,
platform?
I'm on YouTube right now. Check me out. It's spelled the same way. Got a couple of videos right out. I'm dropping a mixtape July 9th on my birthday. Come check in with me. I'm gonna be posting it on all platforms, and I'm gonna be you know, sending messages and little music skits through Instagram. Check me out.
Okay.
Yes,
What
sir.
about you, Pape G?
You can check me out on Facebook, you know, George Pay Brown, and I got another entertainment page on Facebook, George Brown III. Also on YouTube, Pape G. You can see a lot of my work on there, and Instagram, George Brown III. Got some things coming up, working on some projects and film. I can't speak too much on it, but you know,
Okay.
I'm dabbling. I'm doing what I do.
That's what's up. This has been another episode of Riders Live. We out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.